Tyrone, third defence of your British super lightweight title. Is it a bit of a disappointment that you won't get a Lonsdale belt outright if you're successful against Joe Hughes?
Yeah, obviously it's a big disappointment really, but you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles and we just have to move on from there and, you know, await a mandatory and move on in the meantime, see what other opportunities are out there.
Has there been any indication who the mandatory will be?
No, I mean, I keep my nose out of that sort of thing. I'll find out when board circular comes in. So just no indications of who or what for now. No, not really, nothing.
I mean, there haven't been too many boxers recently who've won a Lonsdale belt outright. Are you anxious to get one for keeps?
Yeah, it'd have been good. I mean, I think Jack Catterall at the weekend would have been the first since Billy Joe. Yeah. And then obviously he lost and that obviously had not happened, so I'd have been the first one since Billy Joe, which would have been good. And I still could be the first one since Billy Joe. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see if that comes.
Would you like to get one for keeps?
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, any fighter who's even just seen a British title wants one for keeps, so it's probably the most beautiful belt out there out of all the belts there is. You know, it'd be a lovely belt to have on the mantle at home, you know, and tell your kids about one day.
If Jack Catterall got nominated, surely that would be accepted as a mandatory, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can't see why not. You know, we're not going to pull out anyway.
When you say you're not going to pull out, do you think he would pull out?
Well, they've done it once. Not saying they're going to do it again, but they've done it once.
Do you think you can beat him?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think I could beat anyone in the division. You know, and that's the mentality you've got to have in boxing. At the end of the day, he told me I was fighting Klitschko and Joshua, any of them tomorrow. I'll tell you I'm going to beat him.
You ever sparred with Jack at all?
No, we've not done any rounds. No, I've trained in the gym, sparring with Argenis Mendes at the time. He were just up and coming, so we spent a bit of time in the gym together, but never training together or sparring or anything.
And one great thing you've got in your favour at the moment, your dad was telling me, you're the longest serving British champion.
I think so. Currently. I don't know if that's 100% nailed on stats, but yeah, I think that's sounds pretty accurate.
Your training, it seems very much old school that your dad has you doing. I remember speaking to Derry Matthews and he was saying that you spar more rounds than anyone he's ever known.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do as much of the sparring now. It's a lot more quality sparring, better stuff with better level of fighters as opposed to before we just sparred, you know, with all lads in gym. Just jump in and get the rounds in. So it's a lot more quality, better the sparring that we need as opposed to just getting the rounds in. But yeah, I mean, I've probably done tens of thousands of rounds.
Serious, how many rounds do you think you've done if you had to estimate?
I couldn't even guess. You know, I don't even think I'll be able to give you a list of names of all the sparring partners I've had or who I've sparred with over the years. There's been that many, I'll have forgot half of them by now.
Do you find that when you were developing as a boxer, was you learning more from travelling around the world, Europe, Britain, than you were in the ring? You were learning more from the sparring? Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, it's the closest thing to the actual fighting scenario. So, you know, anything that's practiced, whether it be up pads, bags, shadow boxing, whatever, you've got to then practice it in sparring. So, you know, essentially that's where you learn it, because you'll learn to slip that shot, to find that shot, and that's where you pick it up and see if it works and tweak it, adjust it, and you know, and ingrain it into you.
At the moment in the division, domestically, there's yourself, Jack Catterall, Robbie Davis, O'Hara Davis, Josh Taylor, of course Joe Hughes, who you're facing this weekend. How competitive are the super lightweights in this country?
Oh, I mean, it's a very competitive division. I mean, even after us top 5 or 6 there, the next bunch, like your Steve Lewis's, your Leathers, and them coming through, Jason Easton, they're all great fighters too, you know, and if any of us were matched against any of us, they're all going to be good competitive fights, you know. How soon any of the fights will happen, no one knows, but you know, there's some big fights out there for us all.
What's it like being the target for those type of fighters because you hold the British title?
No, it's nice. It's nice to know that you're going to be kept busy in that sense, because you know, if you've got the belt, you've got to defend it. So it's good to know that you're going to have someone wanting to fight, someone chomping at the bit wanting your belt, and you know, it's motivation to keep you on your toes and keep you winning.
Out of all those lads, which one gives you the toughest fight?
I don't know, because the styles are all so different. I honestly don't know. I think they're all tough fights, and they're all tough for different reasons. And you know, it comes down to whose game plan works on the night a lot of the time, and I think that's what it comes down to. But they're all tough fights.
How tough a challenge will Joe Hughes be?
No, he's a tough fight. He's a tough fight, and I don't think he were expecting the opportunity that he's got. So, you know, he's going to come and give it 150%, and I'd imagine he's pretty strong. There's a lot of left hook work. He's strong. His game is fit. You know, he takes a good shot. So, you know, it's a good tough fight. It's a good fight to come back to after the time off that I've had and that. And I think once I've found my rhythm, it's one-way traffic.
Will you be looking to do better than what Jack Catterall did and stop him?
Yeah, I mean, if the stoppage comes, the stoppage comes. I'm not going to go looking for it, but if it does come, we'll take it with both hands.
Joe to be hungrier because he's had his chance against Jack and fallen short, and now against you, and he's not with a fashionable promoter, so it could be his last chance, or certainly a long wait before he gets another go.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be even more up for it. I mean, he got his chance with Jack and obviously failed at that hurdle, so this is probably a surprise shot for him. So, you know, the hunger's going to be even more. You know, he's going to be more hungry and he's going to want it more because, you know, who knows when he does lose, it's back at pecking order. There's a lot of fighters who are going to be waiting in front of him, and the English title's not going to be available for him because someone else is going to fight for it. And he's going to be waiting a while, so he's going to be really up for it, I'd imagine. And
if you come through unscathed, I dare say I'll be back in the gym on Monday because you're out in Leeds on the 13th of May.
Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, but yeah, no, that's the plan. Obviously, no injuries. We'll be back in gym quite soon after fighting on the Leeds bill 3 weeks later.